Ladies and gentlemen, good day and welcome to Fujiyama Power Systems Limited Q1 FY2027 earnings conference call. This conference call may contain forward-looking statements about the company which are based on the beliefs, opinions, and expectations of the company as on date of this call. These statements are not the guarantees of future performance and involve risks and uncertainties that are difficult to predict. As a reminder, all participant lines will be in the listen-only mode, and there will be an opportunity for you to ask questions after the presentation concludes. Should you need assistance during the conference call, please signal an operator by pressing star and 0 on your touchtone phone. Please note that this conference is being recorded. I now hand the conference over to Mr. Sumant Kumar from Motilal Oswal Financial Services Limited. Thank you, and over to you, Mr. Kumar.
Yeah, thank you. Good evening, everyone, and very warm welcome to Fujiyama Power Systems Limited Q1 FY2027 post-result earnings call, hosted by Motilal Oswal Financial Services Limited. On the call today, we have management team being represented by Mr. Pawan Kumar Garg, Chairman and Joint JMD, Mr. Yogesh Dua, CEO and JMD, and Mr. Prashant Gupta, CFO. We'll begin the call with the key thoughts from the management team. Thereafter, we'll open the floor for Q&A session. I would now like to request the management to share their perspective on the performance of the company. Thank you, and over to you, Pawanji.
Thank you, Sumanji. Good afternoon, everyone, and thank you for joining us today. It is a pleasure to connect with you and share an update of Fujiyama operating and financial performance for the quarter ended with June 26. Let me begin with thanking our customers, channel partners, employees, and shareholders for their continued trust in Fujiyama. We have started the new financial year with meaningful progress across the business. During the quarter, we expanded our distribution reach, commissioned new manufacturing capacities, and took further steps towards the increasing of backward integration. Coming to our financial performance, the first quarter saw a significant increase in our scale of operations. Revenue from operations growing 125% year-on-year. EBITDA increased by 140% year-on-year. EBITDA margin expanded to 18.9% from 17.7% in Q1 26. The distribution network recorded one of its largest quarterly expansions during the quarter. We added more than 80 distributors, over 1,000 dealers, and more than 30 exclusive shoppies. This took a total channel partners network to over 10,100 as of June 26. The wider network gives Fujiyama greater access to customers across different markets and support faster product availability, installation, and after-sales service. This remains particularly important in residential rooftop solar segment, where proximity to customers and dependable service are important factors in purchase decisions. On the manufacturing front, we made significant progress at our Ratlam facility. During the quarter, we commissioned 2 gigawatt solar panel manufacturing facility. With the addition, our total solar panel manufacturing capacity increased to 3.5 gigawatt. Additionally, we also commissioned 2 gigawatt power electronics manufacturing facility at Ratlam in August 26. The facility will manufacture solar inverter, UPS systems, and other related power electronics products. With this addition, Fujiyama total power electronics manufacturing capacity is increased to 4 gigawatt. Furthermore, the 2 gigawatt lithium-ion battery manufacturing capacity at Ratlam is also on track for commissioning by Q2 27. Once completed, Ratlam complex will bring solar panel, electronics, and batteries under one manufacturing location, further strengthening integration across the company's product portfolio and supporting its growing scale of operations. Alongside our capacity expansion, we are also taking further steps towards backward integration. During the quarter, the company increased its stake in Jio Energy Private Limited and Jio Cables Private Limited from 19% to 50% in each company. Jio Energy is engaged in manufacturing solar module components like aluminium frame, PV ribbon wire, bus bar, and solder wire, while Jio Cables is engaged in manufacturing of solar module components like PV junction box, solar cable, and EVA sheet. These investments complement our existing manufacturing capabilities by extending our presence into components used across the solar and power electronics products. As these business scale, the integration of our components within our value chain can help improve sourcing control and further deepen Fujiama's integrated manufacturing model. Looking at the broader market, the opportunity for rooftop solar in India remains significant. The PM Surya Ghar Muft Bijli Yojana, a target of solarizing 1 crore household, is supporting the adoption of grid rooftop solar across the country. At the same time, demand for off-grid and hybrid solutions remain relevant in the regions where grid reliability is a concern. This allows Fujiama to address both the on-grid and backup-driven requirements through its portfolio of solar panel, inverter, and batteries. Furthermore, we are also closely following the proposed next phase of the scheme, being referred to as PM Surya Ghar 2.0. While the framework is still under discussion and has not been formally notified, the proposed reports include support for the battery storage, incentives linked to actual power generation, and wider access through community, solar, and other models. If implemented, these measures could further expand the addressable market and increase the relevance of targeted solar and storage solutions. Our cost-effective service network will help us to get more share in the coming scheme. As we move through the year, our focus remains on scaling the recently commissioned capacities and expanding our distribution network. We will also remain focused on service quality and customer relationship as our reach increases. At the same time, increasing backward integration across key components will remain an important part of our manufacturing strategy. Before I conclude, I would like to thank our entire Fujiama team for their efforts. We remain focused on building Fujiama as an integrated solar solution company and creating long-term value, while contributing India's transition towards clean and reliable energy. Thank you. I will now hand over to our CFO, who will take you through the detailed financials. After that, we will be happy to take your questions. Thank you, everyone.
Thank you, Pawanji. Good afternoon, everyone. I will take you through the financial performance for the quarter ended June 30, 2026. Let me begin with the quarterly performance. During Q1 FY2027, revenue from operations was rupees 13,457 million compared to 5,973 million in Q1 FY2026, representing a year-on-year growth of 125.3%. EBITDA for the quarter was rupees 2,548 million, increasing by 140.6% year-on-year. EBITDA margin improved to 18.9% from 17.7% in Q1 FY2026. The improvement in operating profitability was supported by the significant increase in business scale during the quarter. Higher volumes enabled better utilization of our manufacturing and operating infrastructure and supported better absorption of cost. Process improvements across operations also contributed to the efficiency. Importantly, we passed on a portion of these efficiency gains to customers through competitive pricing during the quarter. Despite sharing part of these benefits with the customers, we were able to retain sufficient efficiencies within the business. The expansion of our manufacturing capacity also supported the increase in scale. During the quarter, We commissioned the 2 gigawatt solar panel manufacturing facility at Ratlam. This increase of total solar panel manufacturing capacity to 3.5 gigawatt. The facility is being ramped up in phases as volumes increase. Let me now discuss the impact of the fire incident at our Bawal facility during the quarter. The incident resulted in damage to building structures, plant and machinery, inventories, and other assets with a net carrying value of rupees 1,436 million. Accordingly, the company has recognized a provisional exception loss of rupees 1,436 million during the quarter. The affected assets are adequately insured and the company has lodged its claims with the insurer. The assessment process is at an advanced stage, although it has yet to be fully completed. Based on the insurance coverage available, management expects to recover the entire net carrying value of the affected assets through the claims process. After accounting for this exceptional item, profit before tax for the quarter was rupees 777 million. Reported profit after tax was rupees 578 million with a margin of 4.3%. For a like-for-like understanding of the underlying performance, excluding the Bawal fire provision of rupees 1,774 million on a post-tax basis, normalized PAT would have been rupees 1,652 million. On this basis, normalized PAT margin was 12.3% compared to 11.3% in Q1 FY26. This represents a year-on-year increase of 144.5% in normalized PAT. Looking ahead, as the recently commissioned capacities ramp up, our focus will remain on maintaining operating discipline and managing costs as the business expands. That concludes my remarks on the financial performance. We can now open the floor for question and answers. Thank you.
Thank you. We will now begin the question and answer session. Anyone who wishes to ask a question may press star and one on the touchtone telephone. If you wish to remove yourself from the question queue, you may press star and two. Participants are requested to use handsets while asking a question. Ladies and gentlemen, we'll wait for a moment while the question queue assembles. The first question comes from the line of Prithviraj from Unifi Capital. Please go ahead.
Yeah. Congrats to the team for the great set of numbers. So first on the guidance, given, we had an exceptional start in Q1, how should we look at the full year guidance? There seems to be a lot of, the coverage of the installations of rooftop solar has been picking up quite sharply over the last few months. So how should we look at the full year revenue growth and profits?
So, sir, in the last quarter, as you rightly mentioned, we gave an 50% upside guidance for the complete annual year. And the efforts that we have put in during the last quarter, how we have expanded in terms of our manufacturing capacities or be it expanding on our distribution network side. So we achieved 70% and it took a lot of effort. So, but as you rightly mentioned, that demand is increasing and a robust demand is there. So we would like to revise our guidance for the full year to 70%, considering the robust demand which is there and the capacities that we are ready with in Ratlam. And we would like to also highlight one thing, that we can trail this guidance in the coming quarters as the year progresses.
Got it. Second, you have been doing a lot of backward integration, adding your own modules, cells, capacity, etc. See, eventually this will translate to better margins. So should we expect margins to go up, or you think margins will be capped at this level and instead you will pass on these benefits to the clients with respect to lower cost?
So you rightly mentioned and pointed out that having this DCR cell in-house manufacturing capacity and the rest of backward integration that we have did in the past, that definitely supports our margin profile. But we will also like to discount the fact that there are a lot of variable factors in the market in terms of raw material pricing, and you have already covered our point that we will be passing on whatever margin gain that we will be gaining. So we would like to continue our previous guidance of margins from sustainable to improve.
Okay. And final question on the new policy, a new selection framework, etc. What is your expectation? By when can we expect government announcement on the 2.0 scheme of rooftop solar?
Sir, as per our knowledge, it is still under discussion, but government is actively working on it, as we have seen it at various media platforms. So we are hopeful that they will come up soon with the PM Surya 2.0 scheme on this side. As you are already aware that government is actively working to promote the renewable space, and they have a target of having 300 gigawatt solar in India by 2030. So the government will be aggressive on that side. That is our belief.
Thanks. That's all from my side.
Thank you. Next question comes from the line of Archit Agarwal with Step Trade Capital. Please go ahead.
Hello.
Speakers,
Hello.
please go ahead.
Yeah, am I audible?
Yes, you are.
First of all, congratulations on good set of numbers.
Thank you.
Hello.
Thank you.
Sir, my question is, you have previously said that when capacity is available, you may pass some of the integration benefit to customers to drive volume. Given the significant capacity now coming online, should investor expect EBITDA margin to remain around 18 to 19%, or could aggressive market share expansion lead to margin compression?
Yes. So I'd like to reiterate that point only. So we will continue our margin guidance from sustainable to improve for the year.
Sorry?
I'm reiterating on that point that we would like to continue our guidance on EBITDA margins from sustainable to improve. So we have reported a 18.9% margin to continue that.
Okay. And sir, the damage from the fire incident happened. So how much is recoverable from the insurance?
Sir, we are adequately covered. We have considering the carrying value of the asset that got impacted, it is close to 143 crore, and we are sufficiently covered under that. And sir, on the progress on the claim side, that survey has already been done, and in the coming quarters, we believe that this claim should be settled by the end of this year. And on the loss side, whatever the maximum impact would have been taken, we have taken in this quarter only. So once the claim settles, you will see recovery of the complete loss that we have suffered during this incident.
Okay, sir. Thank you. That's all from me.
Thank you. Next question comes from the line of Anuj Upadhyay with Investec. Please go.
Hey, hi sir. Thanks for the opportunity and congrats on great set of results. So my first question is on your cell plant, which has already been operational. Can you mention at what stabilization that plant has reached as of now?
But it is operating at 80% plus utilization right
now. Great. So fair to assume, sir, this quarter we benefited from this DCR plant even at 80%, and once this goes up further, then the margin can move further from here on.
We are hopeful, but as I mentioned in the previous question as well, that variable factors are there in terms of raw material pricing, and to achieve the scale that we are operating it, we will share that margin benefit with our existing and new customers.
No, fair enough. Secondly, we are consistently scaling up our channel partner network. Like last quarter, I guess we were close to 8,900. Now that number has crossed 10,000. Could you just elaborate which are the new areas where we have added these channel partners, or at least the regions which we are catering to?
Yes. So in the presentation, we gave a map where we state-wise give a detailing about that what states are covered and what states are under growing state. So in the previous quarter, two states in this immediate quarter, we have added two more states from growing category to covered, which is one is Odisha and the another one is Uttarakhand. So the definition of coverage is that we have one distributor in each district and one service engineer, almost.
Okay. And any status on the upcoming TopCon facility? You mentioned that it would be up by Q1, but just to get a broader sense on equipment ordering or any development over there.
The building is completed and orders for the machine have also been given.
Thank you, Prashant. That's helpful. That's it from my side.
Thank you.
Thank you. Next question comes from the line of Deepak Poddar with Sapphire Capital. Please go ahead.
Hello. Hello, am I audible, sir?
Yes, sir.
You are audible.
Yes,
Okay, please go ahead.
Yep. Thank you very much, sir, for this opportunity. So just wanted to understand, I mean, from the industry perspective, can you throw some light? So what sort of opportunity size we are looking in rooftop? I mean, what would be the industry size right now, and how do you expect it to grow? So some sense on that would be very helpful. Yeah.
Yes. So we can see this number at three levels, sir. At the overall potential level, so there was one report from Council of Energy where they gave around more than 630 gigawatt of rooftop solar potential is there. That is the one number. And the another number that we are seeing is that overall target of solar set by the government is to have 300 gigawatt of solar capacity by FY30. And out of that 300, we believe that 90 to 100 gigawatt will come from the rooftop solar itself.
Mm-hmm.
So the third, this is the second number of 100 gigawatt of rooftop solar by 2030. And the third number is the actual capacity which is installed till now. So till now, I believe over 30 gigawatt is being already installed in this rooftop solar industry. And out of that, PM Surya Mukti Bijli Yojana is also one of the biggest catalysts in this side. And around 15 gigawatt has come from that only. And we believe that additional 15 gigawatt is also there in phase one of this PM Surya Mukti Bijli Yojana scheme. As out of 1 crore houses, 50 lakh houses are already covered.
So I missed the last line. So out of how many?
I'm saying, sir, that in the first phase of PM Surya Mukti Bijli Yojana, government set a target to cover at least 1 crore household, and out of that, government has achieved 50%, which translates to 50 lakh houses.
Okay, understood. And so now, still now, 30 gigawatt solar rooftop capacity has been installed, and you expect that it to go to 90 to 100 gigawatt by 2030.
Yes.
Right. And generally for 1 gigawatt solar top, so what's the realization we generally get?
Realization, sir, if you
or 1 megawatt. Yeah.
So generally we see it at a per watt. How we measure it, we see it as a per watt realization. So for a system with battery, generally this cost comes to close to 26 to 30 rupees per watt.
26 to 30 rupees per watt.
Per watt, yes, including panel, inverter, and battery. It depends. Depends that what battery you have purchased. First thing, what panel you have purchased, whether DCR and non-DCR, and whether your system is without battery or with battery. So that's why I'm giving a range. Generally, it's 26 to 30 rupees.
Home cost.
Bomb cost.
Okay, understood. Okay. Yeah, that would be it from my side. Wish you all the best. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you. Next question comes from the line of Himanshu Bisani with Pinpoint X Capital. Please go ahead.
Hi, am I audible?
Yes, you're audible, Himanshu ji. Please go ahead.
Congratulations, sir, on a great performance, and thanks for the opportunity. Sir, first question on the lines of margins. Sir, in your opening comments, you mentioned that the EBITDA margins have been a factor of, increased scale and better absorption of fixed cost. Just wanted to understand this downward movement in the prices of solar modules. How does that impact our margins? And obviously, that was offset by the operating leverage that kicked in, how much is that is sustainable? And if prices continues to go down, what can be our margins?
So, you rightly mentioned that in non-DCR, this fact is applicable because in non-DCR margins are depleted. But since we have now this DCR in-house solar cell, so the margin profile that we are carrying of 18 to 90%, we are hopeful that we will continue to sustain this and rather improve it in the coming quarters. So the guidance remains the same as per the previous quarter from sustainable to improve.
Understood, sir. And so what kind of utilizations we are looking at for the new 2 gigawatt facility, power electronics facility that came?
We are ready with the capacity as we have already commissioned of 2 gigawatt solar panel, and recently in the month of August we also installed 2 gigawatt inverter. But initially we will start with the one shift only, and as the demand increases in the coming quarter, as the demand scales up, we are also doing the testing of the lines parallelly. So if demand scales up further, we are ready with the capacities and we can meet the demand. So initially, in terms of figure, you can take close to 40 to 50% utilization of the capacity of the plant.
Got it, sir. Now, question on Surya Ghar Yojana. So the scheme has already covered around 5 million of the 10 million household target. And do you think that we will be able to cover the target by 2027? According to you, how do you see the on-ground work? And secondly, you mentioned in the opening comments about Surya Ghar 2.0 with some lines around BESS, and in previous calls you have mentioned about exploring BESS as an opportunity. So if you can throw some more light on that, how do you see that opportunity and what that can bring to our books?
Sir, if you see the scale, the run rate of rooftop solar adoption under the scheme, it has scaled up a lot, and the current run rate is close to 1 gigawatt per month installation per month under this scheme only. So definitely the scale of adoption has increased, and we believe it will further increase. That is the answer to your first question. And now on the second question that you asked about the 2.0. So at various media platforms we are seeing that government is discussing about it, and it should come up as there is lot of potential, as we discussed in one of the question asked by another investor. So we believe since the potential is huge, government will definitely come up with new policies and new provisions to support adoption of rooftop solar.
Understood, sir. Congratulations and thank you so much.
Thank you.
Thank you. Next question comes on the line of Vinay Lakhera with Ratna Triad Capital. Please go ahead.
Yeah. Hi, sir. My first question was on the line of the acquisition. Can you give some details of the Zeo Energy Private Limited acquisition, maybe in terms of what kind of impact we can see in margins or cost savings and deal details, if you can?
Next year. Apart from the margin, the primary objective of to invest in these companies is to ensure our backward integration objective, so that the supply of the raw material is continuous and the bottlenecks can be removed. On the margin side, we will come up with a number as the quarter progresses. Right now, the company is in the stages of acquiring the land, and maybe in a year or so, they will complete the land and acquisition and the construction process. In the coming quarters, we will come up with the margins improvement side, if any, that would be there. Margin is not the primary objective while we are.
Okay. What would be the size of this deal, if you have any details on that?
Just to give an approximate idea at this stage, I believe it will be overall capex that will be needed for these plants will be close to 180 to 200 crores. That's an idea right now. We will come up with the final numbers in the coming quarters.
Okay. And my next question was on the capacity utilization part. So we have DCR and non-DCR capacity for solar panels. So can you give us a split of capacity utilization, and moving forward, how do you see the sustainable rates for these?
We have 1 gigawatt of solar cell capacity, and so whatever we are manufacturing, we are utilizing in-house to sell these to DCR customers, whatever who wants DCR solar panels. And on the panel side, so machines are fungible. They can use DCR, non-DCR, both the solar cells. So the capacity that we have right now is close to 1.6 gigawatt in the plant other than the Ratlam, and recently we have commissioned 2 gigawatt in the Ratlam. So till 1 gigawatt we can have solar cell in-house. If the demand is high, as we are buying it right now also from outside, we can procure DCR from the existing vendors as well.
So on the panel level calculation, like what kind of capacity utilization we can see?
Utilization right now it's close to 70%, the capacity that we are having, excluding Ratlam, if you see, because Ratlam we are right now operating in one shift. So at the other plants, the capacity utilization is close to 70 and 80%. And coming to the split side, as I mentioned to you, you can use the machines, same machine for both DCR panel and non-DCR panel, both.
Okay. And sir, on the growth part only, so beyond, for example, we have performed really well for the last 2 quarters, and also we are seeing that PM 2.0 coming, Surya Roja. So apart from that, do you see any growth areas where the company is focusing for, especially for after like 1.5 years, from where the major growth can be seen? Somewhere like lithium ion or battery side or?
So 2 gigawatt lithium ion batteries we are already installing in our Ratlam plant, and so you can say in other way, like we are already there in the residential BESS. At the for the large scale BESS, we are having something in our mind, and we will definitely cover this in the coming quarters guidance, that how we will go into that sector. We are thinking about it, and we are also drafting our plans for that.
And so the focus is still on the residential rooftop, right? Not the industrial part.
Yes, the primary focus is on that side. As you can see that our 90% of our revenue is from B2C channel network only. So the primary target is on that side only.
Okay, sir. Thanks a lot.
Thank you. Next question comes from the line of Sanjay with ampersand. Please go ahead.
Yes, sir. Thank you a lot for the opportunity and congratulations. Fantastic. Sir, can you quantify the strategy of creating this battery during the quarter?
Mr. Sanjay, sorry for interrupting. We cannot hear you. Can you come a little closer and speak?
Tubular battery.
Yes, now we can. Please go ahead.
Yeah. So this tubular battery factory which did not operate because of fire and you had to trade in, did that have some kind of negative impact on your gross margin?
Gross margin, yes.
To a certain extent, the answer is yes, sir. Because so whatever material margin that we were saving, having in-house tubular battery capacity was not there, and so that at a gross margin level, definitely it got reduced when we were procuring tubular batteries from outside vendors.
And what could it be? Any quantification? No.
The tubular battery is generally 10% of our revenue, and we believe that at company level, the impact at the gross margin level will be below 0.5%.
Understood. My second question is that if you can just help us understand that definitely your company is growing faster than the industry, but if you can just give a color about how the industry year on year and quarter on quarter compared to yourself, and what kind of market share you have. Is it sufficient to say that your market share is now about 8 to 10%?
Officially, it's very difficult to confirm on the market share side, but we believe that in terms of inverters that we are contributing in the rooftop solar market, and now we are also supplying DCR panels. So we believe that we are, as you rightly mentioned, we are having around 10% of on-grid market share.
Okay. But how is, I mean, just want to get a sense of your market share gain. Are you growing way faster than industry or not?
So the growth in terms of the distribution network is relatively high, as you rightly mentioned. So that's why you are seeing this growth more than industry. Because we are acquiring new geographical locations, we are adding new distributors in our network.
Understood. And lastly, is it seasonally this kind of spike is usual for Q1 compared to Q4, or is it more because of the capacity that you added that you saw such a high growth compared to Q4?
Sir, can you please repeat the question?
So your growth in Q1 compared to Q4 was very high compared to any time in the past. So what I am trying to understand is that how much of the growth was because of seasonality and how much is it because of the initiatives that you took?
So it's a mix of both the factors. So from 8,900 channel partners, we have moved to more than 10,100. So definitely we have added new customers, and we have reached out to new geographies, as I informed that in the previous question, that we have added 2 new states in our covered category, Odisha and Uttarakhand. And demand is already definitely is there. As you mentioned that industry growth is there. So our industry is growing with a growth rate of 40%. So it's a mix of both the factors, definitely.
Understood. Thanks and congratulations once again for growing almost more than twice the rate of industry. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you. Next question comes on the line of Sagar Shah with Spark Capital. Please go ahead.
First of all, many congratulations to the entire team of Fujiyama actually for delivering such excellent set of earnings. And now I have some few questions. Sir, my first question was that in this particular quarter, the revenue growth was actually quite robust. It was so in this quarter, what was the contribution from the Ratlam plant? Actually, can you quantify that? Have we started using the Ratlam solar panel plant also, solar panel unit also?
It will be relatively on a lower side because we capitalized this plant on 14th of May only. So only it was available only for 1.5 months. So if you see at a percentage level, it will be very on the lower side. Yeah.
Okay, fine. So basically this growth was largely contributed by the solar panels that we have in Noida, right? In Noida, and the growth was largely contributed by lithium-ion batteries and the solar inverters, right?
So we sell it as a package, so it's a mix of all three. But the good part is that earlier we were not having DCR panel, as we were dependent on the external vendors to give us the DCR solar cell. So since now we have this DCR panel, so along with panel now there is a definitely increase in sale of inverter and batteries.
Okay, so basically because of the realization, especially on the mono per DCR, that is why we got the higher realization. That's what you say.
Yes.
Okay. Sir, my second question was related to this Bawal fire insurance. How long are you expecting the claim to be actually the claim to be refunded actually at your end? It will take 6 months or 9 months or even further?
So we had made a good progress. Survey is already done and surveyor is finalizing his report. So we believe that by the end of this financial year, we will get the claim amount.
Okay, fine, sir. Now my last question, sir, was related to the segmental revenue. First of all, if you can, if you have the data, if you can just quantify what segments actually did we clock the revenue. And secondly, my suggestion to the management is that going ahead in the investor presentation, if you can quantify that between the segments, how much revenue came actually for further transparency and clarity for the investors, so that the company's products can also be highlighted Along with, obviously, everybody knows that Fujiyama sells as a combo, as a portfolio, but still it would really help the investors to understand your expertise in actually your SKUs also regarding the same. How critical are they in the future?
Okay, sir, पवन this side. तो सर बेसिकली मेन तो एक तो ये है कि हम क्योंकि एसपीजीएस बेचते हैं और इसमें ना वेरिएबल फैक्टर्स बहुत है प्रोडक्ट पोर्टफोलियो को लेके, डीसीआर है, नॉन डीसीआर है, बैटरी में लेड एसिड है, लिथियम आयन है, इन्वर्टर में ऑन ग्रिड है, ऑफ ग्रिड है, हाइब्रिड है, उसमें भी फर्दर बहुत ज़्यादा चीज़ें हैं. अब इसमें ना देखिए काफ़ी अगर हम सेगमेंट वाइज देंगे ना कंफ्यूजन काफ़ी ज़्यादा हो जाता है. अब मैं एक एग्जांपल के लिए बताता हूँ आपको. अगर हम मेगावाट की टर्म्स में देखें तो हमारा इन्वर्टर पैनल से डबल है. अगर मान लो 1 गीगावाट हम पैनल बेचते हैं तो इन्वर्टर हम 2 गीगावाट बेचते हैं. अगर रिवेन्यू देखेंगे तो पैनल का रिवेन्यू कहीं ज़्यादा आएगा इन्वर्टर से, क्योंकि पर वाट जो रिवेन्यू जो इसका रियलाइजेशन होता है पैनल में वो कहीं ज़्यादा होता है. तो इसमें ना कंफ्यूजन काफ़ी ज़्यादा हो जाते हैं जब हम इस तरह से बात करते हैं. तो इसलिए हमने थोड़ा सा शुरू में किया, लेकिन जब इन्वेस्टर साइड से जब क्वेश्चन आते हैं तो मोर और लेस वो लगता है कि घूम फिर के वो मतलब कि काफ़ी ज़्यादा कंफ्यूजन क्रिएट कर दे रहे हैं. तो इसलिए हमने थोड़ा सा उस चीज़ को हटाया. और इसमें किस तरफ मार्केट जा रही है ना, ये तो काफ़ी चीज़ों पे डिपेंड करता है कि हम किस ज्योग्राफी में जा रहे हैं. यूपी में कुछ और डिमांड है, अगर वही हम वेस्ट बंगाल में जाएंगे तो कुछ और तरह की डिमांड है. और जब हम अर्बन को ज़्यादा टियर 1 को ज़्यादा पिक करेंगे तो वहाँ पे ऑन ग्रिड की ज़्यादा डिमांड आएगी, और वहीं रूरल को ज़्यादा पिच करेंगे तो ऑफ ग्रिड की ज़्यादा डिमांड आएगी. तो मिक्स एंड मैच बहुत है. इसी तरह से लिथियम में जब लिथियम के प्राइस फ्लक्चुएट करने लगते हैं, अगर थोड़ा ऊपर जाने लगते हैं तो लेड एसिड का शेयर बढ़ जाता है, और जब लिथियम के रेट नीचे आते हैं तो लिथियम का शेयर बढ़ जाता है. तो इतने ज़्यादा वेरिएबल्स है कि हर महीने ये रेशियो सारे के सारे चेंज हो जाते हैं. तो इसलिए हमने थोड़ा सा इन चीज़ों को अवॉइड किया बेसिकली, ताकि कंफ्यूजन ज़्यादा ना हो. और बात ऐसी है देखिए, हाँ जी बताइए.
प्लीज कंटिन्यू सर.
जी, मेन है कि गाइडेंस का जो हमारा रेवेन्यू बेस्ड गाइडेंस है वो हम करेंगे, ट्रैक करने की पूरी मतलब जो हम बोलेंगे तो उसको कोशिश करेंगे उससे बेटर परफॉर्म करें.
ओके सर. सर माय लास्ट क्वेश्चन, हमारे 950 प्लस डिस्ट्रीब्यूटर्स थे लास्ट क्वार्टर में. अभी ये क्वार्टर में अभी हम 1150 क्रॉस कर चुके हैं. तो 200 डिस्ट्रीब्यूटर्स ये हमने नए स्टेट्स में लगाए हैं या फिर हमारे जो ओरिजिनल स्टेट्स में जहाँ हमारी इतनी अच्छी प्रेजेंस है वहीं लगाए हैं?
दोनों ही है सर. एग्जिस्टिंग में भी बढ़ रहे हैं और नया एरिया भी कवर कर रहे हैं.
जैसे दो स्टेट्स का mentioned, 2 states in the previous question, Odisha and Uttarakhand. So we have brought these 2 states under the category of covered. So the definition of covered is that we have one distributor in almost each district and one service engineer for each district. So in these 2 states we have increased rapidly in terms of distributor.
इसमें सर फ्यूजियामा के भी कुछ डिस्ट्रीब्यूटर बढ़ रहे हैं एग्जिस्टिंग एरियाज में, तो वो भी इसलिए भी नंबर ऑफ डिस्ट्रीब्यूटर ऐड हो रहे हैं.
Okay, fine sir, fine. I'll come back in the queue. Thank you so much and thank you for the opportunity.
Thank you. Next question comes on the line of Shweta Jain with Anand Rathi Share and Stock Brokers Limited. Please go ahead.
Hi, good evening. Congratulations on a very good set of numbers. Most of my questions have been asked actually. Just wanted to understand, so what's the company strategy to further increase the distribution channel? Like, what is the target that we're looking for FY27 and FY28?
So, whatever we have done earlier to increase the distribution channel, we are continuing the same strategy, same policy, that we keep on tracking the new MNRE portal registered vendors and targeting them to get in UTL Solar or Fujiyama Solar brand
And also, we are targeting the inverter battery dealers who are doing the business and converting them to be our distributors or dealers. That's what we are doing, and we are doing it rigorously.
So any targets that we are looking at for FY27, FY28?
So whatever rate we are growing, we will keep. I hope we will be keeping the same growth rate.
Okay.
At the end of 28, we believe more than 1,500, sir.
15,000.
Total network 15,000.
Including Shopee in
Yes. Including Shopee, dealer and distributor, 15,000.
Okay. And so on the capex front, sir, how much have we incurred so far, and what is expected to be spent?
On the capex front, ma'am, just give me a moment. When we start this year, we were close to 800, including civil, and we are by the end of this year, it will be close to 1,300.
1,300 crores for FY27.
Yes, no, I'm talking in terms of cumulative. So,
okay.
Gross block only.
Gross block.
Including
This
civil
does not. Sorry?
So, just to give you an idea what we have added here, we have added our solar cell plant that is coming up to 1.2 gigawatt capacity, and other miscellaneous like solar park and BESS that we will be adding.
This does not include Zio Energy.
No.
Okay.
Next year.
That will flow on to next year, so not this year. Is that so?
Yes.
I think 200 crores is what we spoke about last in previous call.
200 मैं एक बार क्लियर कर देता हूँ मैम. टोटल कैपेक्स 200 का होगा वहाँ पर जायो में, जिसमें से फ्यूजियामा का शेयर 50% रहेगा, एंड उसमें भी कुछ डेट और इक्विटी का पोर्शन रहेगा. तो ओवरऑल जो फ्यूजियामा का इक्विटी पोर्शन अगर हम देखेंगे जो मतलब वहाँ पर जाएगा तो वो काफी कम जाएगा. अगेन यू कैन अज्यूम 50 करोड़ बेसिकली.
अच्छा, ठीक है. Thank you so much, sir. Thank you.
Thank you. Next question comes from the line of Diana with Dollar Capital. Please go ahead.
Hello, sir. Thank you for the opportunity. My question is on PM Surya Ghar scheme. So the acceptance rate for applications of this scheme is currently at 56%, and even the loans are not getting sanctioned for everyone who is applying. So what do you think are the challenges faced here, in the industry, and how do you think PM Surya Ghar 2.0 will solve this?
ओके. मतलब ऐसा नहीं है कि किसी को मिल रहा है किसी को नहीं मिल रहा. अभी बेसिकली मेन है कि कंपोनेंट्स की शॉर्टेज है, डीसीआर पैनल की शॉर्टेज है, उतना सप्लाई नहीं है, जिसकी वजह से थोड़ा डिले चल रहा है. अदरवाइज तो मतलब काफी पुश है गवर्नमेंट का डिस्कॉम के ऊपर भी, अप्रूवल्स का हर चीज का टैक्स लगा हुआ है. हाँ, थोड़ा सा ये है कि कभी कभी लोगों का लोन पास होने में थोड़ा टाइम लग जा रहा है, या फिर उधर से उनको सप्लाई या जो रेट पे वो चाहते हैं कि मटेरियल मिल जाए उस रेट पे नहीं मिलता. तो चीजें हो रही है कि एप्लीकेशन काफी ज्यादा पेंडिंग दिख रही है. पर ऐसा कुछ नहीं है कि गवर्नमेंट की तरफ से ऐसा है कि जी वो डिले करना है, या डिस्कॉम्स की तरफ से है कि डिले करना है. और गवर्नमेंट का काफी पुश है, और ये इसको और फास्ट ट्रैक पे जैसे जैसे सेल की कैपेसिटी आ रही है, डीसीआर सेल की कैपेसिटी, तो ये एडॉप्शन और फास्ट होगा इसमें.
Got it, sir. And my second question is this 2.0, will it have additional 30 gigawatt and will it be given to everyone or certain lower income households? So what is your view on this? How will this 2.0 come? Will it be same as 1.0? Any idea on that?
हाँ, लोअर इनकम ग्रुप का अभी हमारे को आइडिया भी नहीं था, बट आपने बताया तो उस सेगमेंट में हम ऑलरेडी काम कर रहे हैं। 1 kVA का सिस्टम हमारा 50,000 की रेंज में, और आज भी वो मोस्ट रनिंग आइटम है हमारी बेसिकली। तो मतलब हम वो ऑफ ग्रिड में काफ़ी ज़्यादा बेचते हैं, और ऑन ग्रिड में भी 1 kVA का सिस्टम हमने पीछे लॉन्च किया है, और जो माइक्रो इन्वर्टर जिसको हम कहेंगे, और अभी काफ़ी सारे टेंडर्स भी गवर्नमेंट के निकल रहे हैं, उसमें भी हम पार्टिसिपेट भी कर रहे हैं, और उसमें जो लोग पार्टिसिपेट कर रहे हैं एज ए OEM भी हम उसमें सप्लाई करने की कोशिश कर रहे हैं। तो वो भी काफ़ी हमारा काफ़ी एक, क्योंकि इंडिजीनियस अगर आप डिज़ाइन देखेंगे माइक्रो इन्वर्टर में, एंड वी मतलब हम फर्स्ट है जिन्होंने ये डेवलप भी किया और अप्रूवल्स भी ले रहे हैं हम इन सब पे।
Got it, sir. But any any idea on 2.0, ki whether it will come for all the households or any division will be there, and any idea on that?
अभी इसमें क्लैरिटी नहीं है कि क्या करने वाले हैं, बस अभी थोड़ा सा ये क्लैरिटी आई है कि इसमें बैटरी को, क्योंकि जो दिन में पावर ज़्यादा हो जा रही है और रात को कम हो जा रही है, तो उसके लिए बैटरी को भी साथ में इसमें ऐड करने वाले हैं। और हम लोग तो 30 साल से बैटरी बेस्ड सिस्टम में काम कर ही रहे हैं, तो वी थिंक अगर ये स्कीम आती है तो हमारे लिए काफ़ी अच्छा रहेगा।
Okay, got it, sir. That's all from my side. Thank you.
थैंक यू।
Mr. Kumar, please go ahead. Mr. Kumar, please unmute yourself and go ahead. Since there's no reply from the line of Mr. Kumar, I will move to the next participant. That is Abhi Jain with AJ Capital. Please go ahead. Mr. Jain, please go ahead.
Hope I'm audible.
Yes, you are.
So my question was that, in the last investor question, you said that this year ending gross block will be 1,300 crores. And I've been seeing in the last 3-4 years our fixed asset turnover is close to about 4x, or the gross asset turnover is also close to about 4x. So that's, is it safe to assume that FY27 will be nearing about 5,000 odd crores of revenue? And this 500 additional crores of capex that you will be doing this year, what percentage of it would be equity dilution? What percentage of that would be debt? That was my first question.
So on the revenue guidance side, we have upgraded our guidance, which was initially 50% upside to 70% for this year. We will trail it further in the coming quarters as the demand grows and as our revenue grows. And on the second question you asked about the gross block of 1,300. So it is inclusive of our solar cell plant and Ratlam capacities that will be completed. And on the asset turnover side, so solar cell plant that we have added is more from a margin point of view rather than on the revenue side. So this is and the third question, can you please repeat the third question that you asked?
So I just wanted to understand the 500 crores of capex that you will be incurring this year. What part of it would be equity dilution and what part of it would be debt?
So there would be no equity dilution as such in this year. And on the debt side, out of this 500, 200 crore will be from the debt side.
And 300 crores would be cash from business?
We have around, when we started this year, we have around 100 crore in our book from the IPO. So 100 crore will be from there, and the rest 200 will be from our own funds.
Right. So secondly, I wanted to understand, in terms of the long-term, viability of the business when this subsidy and the scheme Surya Yojana reaches a very critical mass. So I just want to understand that looking at FY28 and FY29, how will you sustain growth? Where do you see growth coming from? How do you see your business shaping up into? So can you just help me understand 3-4 years from now, how will the business look like? Where will growth come from? And how do you, save yourself from this becoming a more commoditized business? That is what I wanted to understand.
Actually, we started the solar in year 2008, At that time, the subsidy was not in our mind. We were trying to fulfill the demand which was there, but the product was not there. We developed the product. We given the market the solution it needed in terms of off-grid solar, and we made the network into villages of India, rural areas, and semi-urban areas. And this has been a very long time we are working on solar systems. So in this process, we have developed a lot of products which the market needs, and we developed the network where it matters the most, and the service network, the sales network, the people we need. So this is the solar is into our roots. So when the subsidy came, it gave us a very good push that what we were doing came up with a good result. And if the subsidy goes away, which we don't expect it will happen very soon, because there are 35 crores houses in India, and the government target of PM Surya Ghar Yojana was for 1 crore only, which is 50% covered yet. So PM Surya Ghar Yojana 2.0 is also coming. So we don't expect that it will go away very soon. Even if it goes, we have very good roots into solar, and we expect that the people who have come seeing this solar subsidy into the market, they will fade away and we will sustain, and we should get better market share in this case.
इसमें सर मेजर देखने का ये है सर, अगर 2047 तक अगर इंडिया को डेवलप्ड कंट्री बनना है तो पावर की जो रिक्वायरमेंट है वो काफी आने वाली है, और डिस्ट्रीब्यूटेड सोलर है ना, डबल एफिशिएंट है सर। बेसिकली अगर आप देखेंगे कि जब गुजरात में और राजस्थान में जब पावर 3 रुपए में डिस्कॉम को दी जाती है और वो 6 रुपए में बेचती है, तो वो कहते हैं हम लॉस में हैं। तो डिस्ट्रीब्यूटेड सोलर या रूफटॉप सोलर डबल एफिशिएंट है इस हिसाब से, क्योंकि जहां पर हम जनरेट कर रहे हैं वहीं पर कंज्यूम कर रहे हैं, डिस्ट्रीब्यूशन लॉसेज 0 है। ROI बहुत अच्छा आता है सर इसका, और हम जो देख रहे हैं आज की डेट में, जो हम आज से 5-10 साल पहले देखते थे, इन्वर्टर का जो ट्रेंड था कि कोई भी घर बनता है तो वो कहते थे कि मुझे एक बार इलेक्ट्रिशियन को भेज देना और हमें ये देखना है कि इन्वर्टर की वायरिंग ठीक से हो जाए, मतलब कि कल को मुझे इन्वर्टर लगवाना हो। तो वही ट्रेंड आज हम देख रहे हैं कि कोई नया घर बनता है तो वो कहता है कि एक बार मेरे घर पे किसी को भेज दें, छत पे देख ले कि मुझे सोलर लगवाना है तो उसके लिए मुझे क्या इंतजाम करना है। तो मेन है कि अवेयरनेस की कमी थी, जो अवेयरनेस की कमी सब्सिडी ने दूर की है। सब्सिडी में ऐसा नहीं है कि कस्टमर को बेनिफिट पूरा का पूरा मिल गया सब्सिडी के नाम का, मेन है अवेयरनेस उससे बहुत आ गई है, और ये अवेयरनेस आने से मेन है इकोनॉमिक्स इसके जो है ना वो बहुत अच्छे हैं। अगर सब्सिडी खत्म भी हो जाती है इन फ्यूचर, ठीक है मार्जिन कम होंगे, बट ये है कि 3 से 4 साल में पैसा पूरा हो जा रहा है। इकोनॉमिक्स इतने अच्छे हैं कि कोई भी इसको इसके प्रति आंख बंद नहीं कर रख सकता इन फ्यूचर। तो मोमेंटम ये रहेगा। मेन है कि गांवों तक सर्विसेज देना और कॉस्ट इफेक्टिव सर्विस देना, वो नेटवर्क जिसका बन गया है तो वो उसका मार्केट शेयर अपने आप आ जाएगा। उसमें कुछ ऐसा मतलब कि स्पेशली करने की जरूरत नहीं है। हाँ, मेन है कि कस्टमर को खुश रखना है सर्विस देके, तो वो कर लिया तो मार्केट शेयर मिल जाएगा। सेल पे एफर्ट नहीं, सर्विस पे एफर्ट लगाने की जरूरत है इसमें।
राइट सर, दैट वाज हेल्पफुल। सर ये थोड़ा BIS का बताएंगे, जो नॉन कंप्लायंसेस हुआ है, जो इश्यूज हुए हैं, आपको लगता है वन टाइम है या मतलब इससे आपकी रेटिंग पर या फिर उसमें इशू हो सकता है आगे जाकर, वो थोड़ा समझाएंगे कि कितना बड़ा एक रिस्क हो सकता है आगे जाके?
बिल्कुल, तो मैं एक्सप्लेन कर देता हूँ सर। हमारे पास है ना लगभग 500 SKU है, जिसमें से आप ये एक रफली समझने के लिए हम ये मान लेते हैं 250 BIS की कैटेगरी में फॉल करते हैं और 50% नहीं फॉल करते हैं। तो जब टीम आई हमारे पास तो उन्होंने 15 SKU आउट ऑफ 500 15 उन्होंने ऐसे आइडेंटिफाई किए जो उनके हिसाब से BIS की कैटेगरी में फॉल करते थे और हमारे हिसाब से नहीं करते थे एज पर देयर डेफिनेशन, एंड वी एक्सप्लेन द सेम इन आवर रिप्लाई। तो अगर आप देखेंगे तो हालांकि उसके बाद हमने उस पर भी BIS ले लिया। BIS लेने का तरीका ये है कि जो हमारे प्रोडक्ट्स है वो NABL सर्टिफाइड लैब से हम प्रोडक्ट को टेस्ट करवाएं और उनको दे दें कि ये हमारा टेस्टिंग हो गया है, तो वो हमारे को BIS सर्टिफिकेशन दे देंगे। बस इतना सा करना है उसमें। तो वो हमने करवा लिया है अब उसके बाद। एंड आप देखेंगे अगर हमारे पास, आप हमारी बुक्स में देखेंगे 500 करोड़ का अगर स्टॉक होगा, तो उसमें से 2 करोड़ का उन्होंने वो आइटम आइडेंटिफाई की थी, जो कि हमारे पूरे प्रोडक्ट मिक्स का अगर आप देखेंगे लेस देन 1% वो ओवरऑल आइटम बनती है। तो इससे आप देख सकते हैं। तो उन्होंने सारा चेक किया, तो वो 15 प्रोडक्ट उन्होंने आइडेंटिफाई किए बेसिकली, जो उनके हिसाब से ऐसा था। वो नंबर ऑफ SKU ज़्यादा होने की वजह से ऐसा हुआ। तो ये एक इसको पूरी इसकी स्टोरी है, आप ये कह सकते हैं।
Thank you and all the best. And I'm sure आप जो numbers वो हैं you will overachieve them. So congratulations.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you. Next question comes on the line of Abhi Sehgal with Singularity AMC. Please go ahead.
Hi, sir. Thank you for the opportunity. Just wanted to clarify on something asked in the previous question. You said 26 to 30 rupees per watt, including panel, inverter, and battery, was the BOM.
Yes, sir. तो बेसिकली जो मिस्टर प्रशांत ने ये बताया, तो ये बताया इन्होंने एक डिस्ट्रीब्यूटर प्राइस जो हमारे यहाँ से बिल होता है बोम के रूप में, बिल ऑफ मटेरियल के रूप में, जिसमें आप ये कह सकते हैं कि जैसे एज एन एवरेज अगर आप 15 रुपए पैनल का पकड़े, 5 रुपए हम इन्वर्टर का पकड़े और 5 रुपए हम बैटरी का पकड़े, तो ऐसे लगभग 25 से 30 रुपए की रेंज में ये हो जाता है। लेकिन ये बहुत ज़्यादा वेरी करता है डिपेंडिंग ऑन DCR है, नॉन DCR है, बैटरी लिथियम है, लेड एसिड है, ऑन सिस्टम ऑन ग्रिड है, ऑफ ग्रिड है, हाइब्रिड है, हाई एंड सिस्टम है, लो एंड सिस्टम है, फीचर्स लेस, फीचर्स रिच प्रोडक्ट है। तो डिपेंडिंग ऑन वेरियस फैक्टर्स ये काफ़ी चीज़ें वेरी करती है, बट एट एन एवरेज मतलब जो हमारा जो रिवेन्यू मिक्स होके पूरा समराइज होके आता है, तो वो इन्होंने एक्सप्लेन किया आपको, मतलब जो हमारे यहाँ से बिल हो, इसमें GST भी ऐड होता है
एक तरह से आपका डिस्ट्रीब्यूटर के लिए।
हाँ जी, हमारे यहाँ से जो डिस्ट्रीब्यूटर को बिल होता है, ये वो उन्होंने बताया आपको।
करेक्ट सर। And sir, one more question. Pardon my lack of your business. Just want to understand कि आपके business में differentiators क्या हैं as compared to a large solar module player जो अब inverters वगैरह और अपने kits भी launch कर रहे हैं?
देखिए सर, डिफरेंशिएटर तो वी आर सोल्यूशन प्रोवाइडिंग कंपनी, मतलब बाकी लोग सप्लायर्स हो सकते हैं, हम सोल्यूशन प्रोवाइडिंग है। आप अगर किसी फॉर एग्जांपल आप किसी के पास जाते हैं और आप कहते हैं कि फॉर एग्जांपल आप जो भी बड़ा नाम आपके माइंड में होगा उनके EPC या डिस्ट्रीब्यूटर के पास जाएंगे, तो आप पूछेंगे 3 kVA का सिस्टम मुझे लेना कितने का होगा, तो वो कहेगा 1,60,000 रुपए का या 1,70,000 रुपए का। हमारे डिस्ट्रीब्यूटर या शॉपी पे अगर आप जाएंगे, आप कहेंगे 3 kVA का सिस्टम कितने का है, तो वो आपसे सबसे पहले पूछेगा कि आपका बिजली का बिल कितने का आता है। अगर आप कहेंगे 2,000 का, वो कहेंगे आपको, और आगे फर्दर 4 क्वेश्चन और होंगे, पर 2,000 के वे से आपको सिस्टम 2 kVA का लगवाना चाहिए, ना कि 3 kVA का। अगर आप कहेंगे 5,000 का, तो आपको सिस्टम 5 kVA का लगवाना चाहिए। फिर वो पूछेंगे आपका पावर कट कितनी देर का है। अगर आपका पावर कट लेस देन 2 आवर्स का है तो सिस्टम डिफरेंट होगा, मोर देन 2 आवर्स का है तो सिस्टम डिफरेंट होगा। फिर आपका इस तरह से 4-5 क्वेश्चन होंगे, छत का एरिया कितना है, छत अपनी है या नहीं है, वगैरह वगैरह। तो ये एक डिफरेंशिएटर है। सेकंड चीज है सर्विसेज। तो हमारे जब डिस्ट्रीब्यूटर के पास कोई जाता है तो वो कहता है एक बड़ी कंपनी का नाम लेता है, मुझे उसका सिस्टम लेना है, तो वो कहते हैं कि सिस्टम उनका ले लो पर सर्विस की हमारी रिस्पॉन्सिबिलिटी नहीं है, फिर आप उसी कंपनी से बात करना। अगर यहाँ पर सिस्टम अगर आप UTL का लेते हैं तो हमारी तो रिस्पॉन्सिबिलिटी है ही है, कंपनी का टोल फ्री नंबर भी है, आप दोनों को पकड़ सकते हैं। तो ये एक डिफरेंशिएटर है सर।
Got it, sir. Thank you. That was really helpful, sir. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you. Next question comes from the line of Udit Sehgal with Pinpoint X Capital. Please go ahead.
Yeah, good evening, sir, and congratulations on continuing the growth path. Sir, in the Tata Power call, their CEO alluded that right now their rooftop solar business is something around 4,000 crores, and they see a potential of up to, say, 30,000 crores. by 2030. I mean, is there that much of a potential and a growth runway ahead in this sector?
सर लगता तो हमें भी है इतना पोटेंशियल है, पर हम थोड़ा सा बोलते नहीं हैं इतना, तो थोड़ा ये ना लगे कि कुछ ज़्यादा ही बोल रहे हैं बेसिकली। लगता तो है हमें भी इतना है जी।
मतलब इतना आपका स्कोप है आपको लग रहा है आने वाले टाइम में?
तो सर देखिए, मतलब कि किसी को अगर आप इससे इकोनॉमिक्स को समझें तो कोई रीजन नहीं है ना कि ना लगवाए कोई बेसिकली।
सर 1 करोड़ घरों का टारगेट था गवर्नमेंट का, उसमें से 50 लाख लगा है और 35 करोड़ घर हैं, तो पोटेंशियल तो क्लियरली है।
अच्छा, secondly, sir, on the solar cell front, how are we placed? The second line, which we were supposed to, I think we were going for TOPCon line, right? I think from when do we think that can be installed by?
जी हाँ, ये Q1 मतलब हमने Q1 का ही टारगेट रखा है सर, मतलब कि बेसिकली कमिंग ईयर, मतलब जो भी आएगा बेसिकली आफ्टर 9 months वी कैन से 9 or 8 months, now 7.5 months remaining basically.
Okay. Perfect, sir. Thank you, sir, and we look forward for the same growth path for next 2-3 years, hopefully.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you. Next question comes from the line of Sagar Shah with Spark Capital. Please go ahead.
Yeah. Once again, thank you for the opportunity. Sir, my question was related to your incremental investment in a couple of your companies actually. I'm talking of Zayo Cables and Zayo Energy. So हम लोग ने अभी stake 19% से 50% we have increased. So that is those companies are completely into the backward integration in which Fujiyama is not into. So what are your growth plans for this company? You already highlighted that 100 crore ka capex is there for these, I think Zayo Energy you told. But what is the growth outlook and what is the overall outlook? आप कैसा सोच रहे हैं ये जो companies के बारे में उसको integrate करने के लिए अपने business model में in FY27 and FY28?
नेक्स्ट ईयर सर इसकी प्रोडक्शन शुरू होगी। अभी तो मतलब के अभी उन्होंने लैंड एक्वायर की है बेसिकली, और नेक्स्ट 2-3 मंथ में बिल्डिंग्स बननी शुरू होगी, मोबाइल मशीन्स का ऑर्डर करेंगे। तो विद इन वन ईयर का इन्होंने टारगेट रखा है अपना कि हम प्रोडक्शन शुरू करेंगे। नेक्स्ट फाइनेंशियल ईयर में आई थिंक हम ज़्यादा एक्सपेक्ट तो नहीं कर सकते, पर 400-500 करोड़ का हम एक टॉप लाइन हम एक्सपेक्ट कर सकते हैं बेसिकली। तो ये एक रहेगा। बाकी तो मार्जिन्स वगैरह पे तो जैसे कंपनी ऑपरेशनल होगी तो फिर नेक्स्ट ईयर ही गाइडेंस दी जा सकती है सर।
पर सर ये प्रोडक्ट्स दैट विल बी सोल्ड अलोंग विद फुजियामा के प्रोडक्ट्स के साथ आप बेचेंगे कि ये प्रोडक्ट्स अलग से बेचे जाएंगे मार्केट में अलग ब्रांड नेम के उससे?
नहीं, वो जायो अपना एज ए OEM सप्लाई करेगी, वो फुजियामा को भी सप्लाई करेगी और बाकी कंपनीज को भी सप्लाई करेगी, सोलर पैनल की कंपनीज को।
ओके फाइन सर, थैंक यू सो मच।
थैंक यू।
Thank you. Next question comes from the line of Amit Kumar with Determined Investments. Please go ahead.
Yeah, thank you so much for the opportunity, sir, and congratulations on an exceptional growth momentum. My first question, this lead acid battery plant जहाँ पे थोड़ा फायर आपका हुआ है, तो 2Q 3Q anyway are seasonally weak quarters, demand वैसे भी थोड़ी कम रहती है, but fourth quarter is typically the high quarter. By 4Q, shall we expect that this factory would be back online? When are you expecting this to restart?
ये तो रिस्टार्ट होने में सर टाइम लग जाएगा, क्योंकि आफ्टर मतलब कि ये जो इंश्योरेंस का एक्टिविटीज है उसके बाद ही कुछ कर सकते हैं। मीनवाइल एक और हमारा एक रनिंग प्लांट पे बातचीत चल रही है जो कि आई थिंक नेक्स्ट 1 month तक मैच्योर हो जाएगी, जो कि हम रेंटेड लेंगे बेसिकली चलती हुई कंपनी को, तो उसको इमीडिएटली
सोर्सिंग कॉन्ट्रैक्ट होगा कि आप अक्वायर ही कर लेंगे, प्लांट ही अक्वायर कर लेंगे?
नहीं उसको हम रेंटेड ही लेंगे क्योंकि लेड एसिड का बैटरी का बिजनेस थोड़ा डाउनवर्ड है बेसिकली, तो उसको हम ज़्यादा उस रेंट पे ही लेंगे.
अच्छा, लीज पे बेसिकली यू विल एक्सक्लूसिव लीज ऑफ सॉर्ट्स.
एक्विजिशन की तो काफ़ी है पॉसिबिलिटीज मार्केट में, बट उसमें हम ज़्यादा पैसा लगाना नहीं चाह रहे बेसिकली क्योंकि
I'm saying that for this factory this would be an exclusive lease. It will work exclusively for you basically.
हाँ, हमें ऑपरेट करेंगे सर उसको रेंट पे लेके पूरी फैक्ट्री.
Understood, sir. So that is much appreciated. So just a follow up on one of the what a previous participant was also talking about. At least ये this off grid, on grid और hybrid में थोड़ा सा अगर breakup if it is possible to sort of share. So the only reason why we are basically asking is that see till last year off grid would have been or was the major part of your business. And now that you have started, the DCR cells, obviously, you can go more aggressively in the on-grid and, hybrid markets. We are just sort of trying to understand, this kind of, 100%, growth that you are basically delivering. Is this entirely coming, because of your, entry and expansion into on-grid and, hybrid systems? या जो आपका ऑफ ग्रिड सिस्टम है उसमें भी अभी भी ग्रोथ आ रहा है बेसिकली. So if you can just clarify with respect to this quarter also, you've gone from 600 crores to 1300 plus crores in terms of sales. So last year I presume that 600 crore would be entirely on the back of your off grid business. So उसमें ऑफ ग्रिड में मोटा क्या वहाँ पे बेसिकली ग्रोथ आ रहा है? व्हाट इज द ग्रोथ ट्रेजेक्टरी? एंड देन ऑब्वियसली अगर थोड़ा सा ब्रेकअप बेसिकली हमें मिल जाए बिटवीन ऑन ग्रिड, ऑफ ग्रिड एंड हाइब्रिड फॉर दिस क्वार्टर, दैट बी वेरी हेल्पफुल.
ओके सर, तो बेसिकली मेन है कि फोकस हम जिधर करते हैं ना तो ग्रो वही चीज करती है. तो अब फोकस देखिए इस टाइम पे पीएम सूर्यगर चल रहा है, तो अगर कम एफर्ट्स में ज्यादा अगर आउटकम आता है तो फोकस तो उधर ही डालना चाहिए. ठीक है, तो अभी तो मेन फोकस मतलब इधर ही है ऑन ग्रिड की तरफ. अगर आप देखेंगे मतलब पहले मतलब ऐसा नहीं है कि ऑफ ग्रिड नहीं बढ़ रहा, हाँ उतनी स्पीड से नहीं बढ़ रहा जितना ऑन ग्रिड बढ़ रहा है अभी फिलहाल.
बिकॉज ऑन ग्रिड एंड हाइब्रिड आर कम्प्लीटली न्यू, मतलब ऑन एन ईयरली बेसिस दे आर relatively new systems for the company. But so this is what I'm basically trying to understand कि जो 600 करोड़ का पिछले साल ऑफ ग्रिड था, मोस्टली majority मतलब vast majority 90%, 95% would be off grid only out of that. So that has also still grown for you. I mean obviously majority of the growth would.
उसका रीजन था सर जो ऑफ ग्रिड था, क्योंकि ऑन ग्रिड में तो हम पार्टिसिपेट कर ही नहीं पा रहे थे क्योंकि हमारे पास डीसीआर नहीं था. हाँ, अब डीसीआर हमारे पास अपना है तो वहाँ पे हम ठीक से पार्टिसिपेट कर पा रहे हैं. तो डेफिनेटली अब ग्रोथ ऑन ग्रिड में ज्यादा है. ऑफ ग्रिड में भी डेफिनेटली इसलिए ज्यादा है क्योंकि वहाँ पर तो हम मतलब के कहीं ना कहीं मीन्स नंबर 1 पे है ऑफ ग्रिड में कहीं ना कहीं, तो वहाँ पर भी ग्रोथ है.
तो जिस भी रूरल मार्केट में आप जा रहे हो ऑफ ग्रिड की भी डिमांड होगी वहाँ पे, मतलब आई प्रेज्यूम.
देखिए सर, जो गांव में जिसको 50,000 रुपए से काम बन जाता है उसका और उसमें बैटरी भी आ जाती है, तो वो तो बंदा 50,000 ही लगाएगा, वो ऑन ग्रिड पे नहीं जाएगा. 50,000 रुपए में 1 kVA का सिस्टम, एक नॉन डीसीआर पैनल और बैटरी, ये सब हम एंड कस्टमर के यहाँ जाकर लग जाता है और उसको 2-3 घंटे अगर उसकी लाइट जा रही है तो वो भी काम कर रहा है, तो वो सेगमेंट तो बिल्कुल अलग ही रहने वाला है. तो वो तो ग्रोथ अपनी उसकी अलग से सस्टेन है. लेकिन जो मेजर ग्रोथ अभी आई है इस क्वार्टर में अगर आप देखेंगे तो दैट इज बिकॉज ऑफ ऑन ग्रिड.
अंडरस्टूड, थैंक यू, मच अप्रिशिएट दिस.
Thank you. Ladies and gentlemen, due to time constraints, we have reached the end of question and answer session. I now hand the conference over to Mr. Pawan Kumar Garg for closing comments.
Thank you once again for joining us today and for your continued interest in Fujiyama. We appreciate the confidence you placed in our company. If you have any additional questions, please feel free to reach out our investor relationship advisors, Churchgate Partners, and we will be glad to assist you. Thank you very much for your support. Thank you very much.
Thank you. On behalf of Fujiyama Power Systems Limited, that concludes this conference. Thank you for joining us. You may now disconnect your lines.